Now, you may want to increase your liability insurance on your home if any of the following things occur. One of the things would be is if you get a pool, in-ground pool or above ground pool. That's something to consider increasing your liability for, reason for it.
Exactly.
What else is there?
So if you get an animal, any type of animal, it could be a dog, it could be a horse, it could be an exotic animal, like a snake. So those are all things that create increased risk for you. So exposure for a potential lawsuit. So if someone buys a dog, no matter what the breed is, any dog can bite any person at any time. So I know when my neighbor goes out with his dog to let them go to the bathroom or to walk him down the street, my kids swarm him. So, and my 2-year-old does not know how to approach a dog. So no matter how many times we tell him, go up and sniff the back of the hand, he thinks it's a live stuffed animal and he jumps on that dog and hugs him. So for a dog, luckily it's a good tempered dog, but really at any time that dog could bite my child. Exactly. And that's really for anybody. So even though it might be a good animal, you just never know if the person approaching that animal is going to do it in the right way.
Right.
So, and like if you get a horse, so some people might, you might buy that property with some land in a barn and you say, hey, you know what, I want to get a horse, or I love horses, I have a horse. So those are what we consider in the insurance business an attractive nuisance. So it's something that is going to draw people to your property that aren't welcome on your property. So someone sees a horse, they might walk up if the fence is close to the side of the road and stick their hand over the fence to try to pet the horse, and the horse might bite their hand. So that horse drew them to your property, so we consider that an attractive nuisance.
Interesting. That's a good way to put that. Another reason is if you get a trampoline. Trampolines are a big thing nowadays, and especially with the COVID, your kids were out in the early springtime and everybody went out and bought a trampoline to give the kids something to do outside. Again, that's another reason why you may want to increase your liability, because you never know if a neighbor comes over on the trampoline and something was to happen to him, falling off or getting hurt while jumping on the trampoline. So that's another reason why you might want to consider increasing your liability on your home policy.
Yeah, or even a play set. So that was one thing we bought. We bought that pre-COVID. We're glad we did that because I put it in during kind of that first phase of COVID. One of the best things that we did, this giant play set, but man, we will have a dozen kids on that at any time. So there's more risk for it. And one of those other things that we used to enjoy doing pre-COVID is entertain at our home. So if you're someone who likes to entertain at your home, have people over, you just have more foot traffic at your property, you're at increased exposure for a suit.
Another one is if you have a vacant lot. 'Tis the season for hunting. I know that a lot of friends, I was just talking to my girlfriend's son. He's an avid hunter, and again, there's posted land, but again, there's even private land. But if you've got vacant land that you own, somebody can come on there. They could be a hunter, or they could just go out for a walk or a hike and get hurt on your land. And again, if there's a divot or something on your land, that's an exposure and a risk that you could get sued for as well.
Yeah, we have some wooded lot across the main road where our track comes out of, and just recently they were putting up all no hunting signs and no trespass and everything, getting ready for the hunting season. So another reason why you might want to increase your liability on your homeowners policy is if you have children. So whether they're young or a teenage, you are responsible for their actions. So I know we had a claim in our office where a young child was riding his bike in the parking lot and rode it into the side of a car. The homeowners policy ended up paying for the dent in that car. And then also teenagers, they might, be social and like to have a party. They might throw a party at your home where alcohol might be served. Whether you're there or not, you're being responsible for those actions. So those are all reasons why you'd want to increase the liability on your homeowner's insurance.